What would you say to some kids or adults who think it's okay to be mean to dogs?
I would say no, because they have feelings too.
That's the best answer that I've ever heard. And that's exactly what we try to teach the kids when we go into the classroom. All right, today we are so excited to have Logan from Grand Rapids, Michigan on for our first episode of Kids Know Better. How you doing today, Logan?
Good.
Awesome. So Logan, can you tell our audience how old you are?
I'm 8 years old,
Wow.
and I'm about to be 9.
Wow, a wise 9-year-old you are for sure. So I know that you have a rescue pit bull named Geronimo. Can you tell us a little bit about Geronimo and how he came to join your family?
So we first had 2 dogs, named Harry and Cooper, and then Harry passed away, and Cooper was very lonely. So then Dad decided to go to the animal shelter, and he got a Staffordshire Terrier, which is Geronimo, and Cooper and I were chasing him around the tree.
So yeah,
We're
that's
having-
really cool.
That's how we became friends. And he's lazy. He likes to lay down a lot.
Absolutely. Bubbins was very lazy as well. Some people think that certain breeds of dog, like pit bull, for example, like Geronimo, are all mean. What would you say to those people?
You are incorrect. Pit bulls are nice as other dogs are.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you interact with Geronimo? So you said that you just lay around with him a lot, and do you play with him?
I play with him.
What kind of activities do you do with Geronimo?
We usually like to chase each other a lot. And also we both eat carrots. That's Mo's favorite treat.
Nice. Mac likes carrots also. So what would you say to some kids or adults who think it's okay to be mean to dogs?
I would say no, because they have feelings too.
That's the best answer that I've ever heard. And that's exactly what we try to teach the kids when we go into the classroom. So that's absolutely great. I want to get a dog, and I'm not sure whether or not I want to adopt a dog or I want to purchase a dog. What would you tell me? What kind of advice would you give me?
I would say you should adopt a dog because there are a lot more dogs at the shelter than there are at the pet store.
If you saw someone who was going to drop their dog off at the shelter because they just didn't want the dog anymore, what would you say to that person?
I would say that you should probably hang on to that dog because you could probably teach him tricks.
Nice, teach him tricks. And for example, do you consider Geronimo and Cooper to be part of your family?
Yes.
So they're family members, right? And we shouldn't give up on family members or friends, maybe if they're going through a tough time, right?
You shouldn't give up on family members.
So when you first got Geronimo, did he maybe go to the bathroom in the house, or did he maybe chew up some shoes? Did he have some?
Nope, he never did that.
No, but if he had done that, would you have taken him to the shelter?
No. But what he did do when we were gone and Tina was watching him, he actually tried to open up the doorknob, and when he used his teeth and bited the doorknob trying to turn it, it actually got bite marks.
Oh no. But you decided that he just needed to learn how to behave a little better, right? And you had to give him another chance, right?
Yep, I did.
Yeah, because when dogs first come into our homes, it can be a little confusing for them, right? Like, for example, when you started at a new school, did you know exactly where to go to the bathroom? Did you know which cubby was yours?
No, but the teacher taught me which one.
And when Geronimo or another rescue dog comes to your home, right, then it's your job to be the teacher and your job to show them, you go to the bathroom outside, this is where you sleep, you don't chew the shoes, those sort of things, right?
Yep.
So I know that 8 months ago, you had an opportunity to read any book that you wanted to your class, and you chose Rubbins For Bubbins, The Story of a Rescue Dog. Can you tell us why you chose that book?
So my classmates and my teacher will know that adopting a pit bull is very fun, and you should always probably do that.
Yeah, and it's not just pit bulls, right? It's really it's really the importance of adopting, right? Because through the story of Bubbins, we see about that life isn't always easy for these dogs, right? But they somehow, like Bubbins and Geronimo, always seem to stay positive. That's a very big deal. We want to make sure that we're always making sure, whether we're in a bad situation, we want to make sure that we're always being positive and we're knowing that things are going to get better, just like Bubbins. So,
Yep.
So why is it important for kids to know about shelters and to know about rescue dogs?
So if anyone wants to adopt a dog, they can.
Yeah, but if they never knew that rescue dogs exist or even what animal shelters are, then they wouldn't ever have an opportunity to go rescue a dog, right?
Nope, not at all.
Exactly. So it's really important that we teach kids about animal shelters and rescue dogs so that they know maybe when the holidays come around and they really want a dog, maybe instead of their parents going to get one, at a pet store, right? Someone like you would say, Mom, Dad, don't go to the pet store. Let's go to the shelter and get a dog, right?
Yep.
All right. So do you think that, more people would adopt rescue dogs if they knew how cool they were, like Geronimo?
Oh, Geronimo's right here.
Hey, Geronimo, thanks for joining the show.
Hey, Lulu.
Do you think that more people would adopt rescue dogs if they knew how cool they were?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how can we make sure that people are more aware of how cool rescue dogs are?
Yep, I have an idea.
All right, let's hear it.
I'm gonna make a commercial where it shows a person at the animal shelter getting a dog, and it's going to have rainbows, and it's gonna show dogs and cats raining from the sky, all smiling.
That's a pretty awesome. That would be a pretty good commercial. I like that. I like that a lot. So is there anything else that you want to tell our viewers? Any important information that a wise 8-year-old like yourself can impart on our audience?
I do actually have some questions for you.
All right. Well, I like that. Way to flip it around. What do you got?
How do you write a book?
So for me, and a lot of people have actually asked me that, so that's a great question. So for me, what I tell people is that when you're writing, when I wrote about the story of Bubbins, right, which is based off of my dog Gibson, right? All I really had to do was think about the journey that he went through, and then I just had to put myself in his mind and go through all of the emotions that he went through along his rescue journey. So for me personally, that's how I did it. Other than that, when I write, I don't like to have a beginning and an end already set, right? I want to see where that story takes me throughout the journey. So if you're interested in becoming an author, just start writing and see where it goes.
Okay. Second question. I've rescued a duck once. Have you ever rescued a duck?
A duck? I've never, ever had a duck, but I'm open to it.
Have you always been a good writer?
Have I always been a good writer? That's actually a great question. So when I was younger, my teacher asked what we were going to do when we grew up. And this is when I was in like 2nd grade. And I wrote, I'm going to be a professional baseball player and a writer. So I didn't end up making it to become a professional baseball player, but I did become a writer. And I feel like I've always been really good at writing. I wrote for my high school newspaper. I wrote for the business school when I was in college, and I always felt that I was very creative. It's just that I never had a job that allowed me to actually be creative like that. So I ended up at the age of 32 finally following my passion and becoming a writer. So for anyone out there or for you, if you're very passionate about something, you should pursue it because it's definitely worthwhile.
And here's a bonus.
All right.
I like Bubbins, and I am glad you helped him.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. So, what do you think of book number 2, Rubbins For Bubbins' First Day Home?
I really like that one too.
Yeah.
I really like how you made him in a superhero pose.
Yeah. So the thing about Bubbins that's really special, right?
Do you know who Destiny is?
Destiny the Pibble?
Yeah. Because I'm wearing his I rescue a dog. What's your superpower?
Destiny is a really awesome dog. Absolutely.
I'm friends with her too.
Oh wow, you're a popular guy for an 8-year-old, man. You know, a lot of people got big connections. So, you know what the cool thing about Super Bubbins is though, and I was explaining this to my nephew, is that most superheroes nowadays, right? What they do is they fly around and they shoot lasers out of their eyes and they smash through walls, right? But Super Bubbins, he fights the battle within against that real evil villain that we all face, which is fear, right? So is there anything that you're fearful of?
Nope.
You're not fearful of anything? Nothing?
Beetles.
Oh, beetles.
I'm not really scared of them. My parents are actually lying.
Scarabs.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool. Well, I want to thank you very, very much, Logan, for taking the time to educate our audience and provide us with some amazing information. And we hope that you keep rescuing and that you, as you grow up, you remain an advocate for all rescue dogs and all rescue pets.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, Logan. Thank you so much.